Do you have trouble picking up on fast English conversations from native speakers? Today, let's talk about some of the things that you can do to help you understand. I will also give you 5 things that you can listen for to improve your English at the end. Are you ready? Then let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I want you to think about is you're not going to be able to understand everything, and if you go into conversations knowing this from the beginning, it's going to help you overall. What you do want to think about is the context is going to be very important. If you know the overall context of the conversation, you'll in general be able to pick out those key words that can help your understanding, and this is going to be better for you in the long run. Okay? One thing that can also help you with improving your listening is if you can find a language partner. This can be a big help in understanding your English. It can improve your listening. A language partner can help you improve your speaking. Also, you can be helped with your reading, writing. All facets of English can be improved by finding a language partner if you can use that language partner to help you learn English the way that you want to learn English, which will be the most important. Another thing that you can do is learn the contractions. This is going to be a real big help when it comes to understanding native speakers. It sounds more natural if you can use it in your English. You can also sound more like a native speaker as well. Okay, so think of things like can't instead of cannot and don't instead of do not. Listen for these and you're going to be one step better to being able to pick up fast native English. Okay, so the next thing that you want to do is learn connected speech. If you can learn connected speech, this is how native speakers get the words out so fast. So you can think of catenation or linking as the way native speakers are putting words together and they start sounding a lot more natural, and this might be what you're having a problem picking up on. So native words that end with a consonant and then the next word begins with a vowel, they're going to be pushed together, and this is where we're going to get the catenation or linking that native speakers use so often. And this is what many people think of as connected speech. So for example, think of an apple as an apple. You can also think of things like saying this evening as this evening. If you can pick up on these small connected words and parts of connected speech, you're going to be well on your way to picking up native English. The next thing you can think about is intrusion, or where you have an extra sound added. So this happens in native English when we have one word right after the other with an added sound to make them easier to say. So we often use a Y or a J, W's, or an R between the two vowel sounds to make them a lot easier to pronounce. For example, how are you? You can say it as how are you? How are you? You can also think of she asked as she asked. She asked. Are you hearing those extra letters thrown in there? Okay, so the next thing I want you to listen for is elision, or a sound that's going to be removed from the words. So with elision, you're going to be missing some sounds, or you might even be missing some syllables in the speech. So the stronger sounds will just take over the weaker sounds and make them disappear. For example, you can think of next and door as next door. Also think of when you hear I don't know as I don't know. I don't know. Okay, next let's talk about assimilation, or two sounds that start to sound like each other because they're blending together. And this often happens with a T or a J sounds. So for example, think of don't you as don't you, and meet you as meet you. Okay, so the fifth type of sound that I want you to listen for are gymnets. These are going to be two sounds that have the same sound back to back. When you hear those two sounds back to back, you should say them together. For example, think of midday as midday. Or also think of something like room and mate as roommate. Okay, so these are going to be some of the different ways that you can understand native speakers. Also, if you use these in your own English, you're going to sound a lot more native in your English as well. So I hope this video helped you. If you're interested in more videos to help you sound more like a native speaker, how about check out this video I did on shadowing. It'll help you with your pronunciation and listening skills. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, go ahead and click that like button. Share this with somebody that you think this can help. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. See you.